Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a video and show you guys some of the deals at the thrift store near myself. This is a Plato's Closet, and they had some pretty crazy stuff. I haven't been there in quite a while, so this is fun to go back. Check out the zebra print on the Air Force Ones. These are women's shoes, but check out this mess of sneakers that they had there. They had a whole bunch of them on sale as well. Price points are kind of higher than what they've been in the past, so they're definitely getting hip to the fact that people like to bring their sneakers there and try to sell them. As you can see, those Jordans were $45. Most of the sneakers, if they look brand new, are $45 now, which is kind of interesting. Those Dunks were $30, kind of look like almost a picnic looking theme. They had the Flyknit Lunar Flyknit 2s there for $30. That's actually a pretty good price, honestly. Size 8 only that I saw. Duramo, I'm not really even sure what these ones are. These are Adidas, as you can see here. And I believe the price tag was, yeah, $30 on those. So looks like some runners are 30, basketballs are 45. It seems to be just the ongoing standard. These ones are 45, and go figure, they're running shoes. Dual Fusion Run 2s. And then some Reeboks. These look like the ventilators almost, but pretty decent looking materials actually on these. And those ones are only $15. Not bad at all. Some Nike Frees. I think these are the Dornbecker ones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they look like the Dornbecker ones. And then these look actually kind of cool with the cement print on them. And I'm not really sure which Nikes those ones are. They always have so many different off brands or offshoots of like the Lunars and the Frees and all these other things. Like this is a Free TR Fits trainers. And then these things look kind of interesting too. Look at the back materials. Just really interesting. And then they have that kind of an interesting pull tab on those as well. $30. It has like the Lunar Free sort of type bottom. And then these things were really crazy looking. I don't know what gym shoes or what type of shoes are these, but maybe like ballet shoes or something. But the materials look kind of crazy. They look kind of fancy. And then they had this kind of like black and infrared looking Lunar Via. And I've never heard of this one either. But it has the same exact sole as like the Flyknit or the Lunar the Lunar Glide 6s or whatever the last ones were. I can't remember. I think it was a Lunar Glide 6. But anyway, it has the same exact sole, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And those, yeah, they were an interesting color. And then you can see they just had a whole mess more, and I went over most of these here. The Elites, as you can see, the KDs. My size, $45 for those. That's actually a really nice price. And then they also had these KD7 Elites, as you can see, $45. Pretty crazy price for whatever it's worth, and they're in pretty decent shape. You just have to wash off the soles a little bit. Some randomness, some mellows here, and you can see it says born in Brooklyn on them and stuff. It says the model number 7 on it, and size 13 you can see on the sticker in there. They look pretty much brand new. And then those ones are 45. Obviously the soles you could wash. Some random Hirachis, basketball shoes. It looks like the Hirachi Frees. I'm not a fan of the free addition to the Hirachis. Personally, for me, it doesn't do anything. But those ones are there as well. This is going to be a long video. There's a ton of stuff I saw there, and this is only one section. Some random Lunars, as you can see here, and some random free 5.0s, as you can see. $45, I was like, man, so these ones are 45, but the other ones are only like 30. Like, it makes no sense. And then these ones, kind of interesting look. Pretty vibrant colors. With this one, as you can see, $45. I was like, man, surprising. And then they had quite a few of these Flyknit Frees there, which were a big thing when they came out. But I had a pair originally, and then I sold them immediately. Like, they just were so uncomfortable for me. I'm just not a free person. And then they had the Hyperfeels. I think the Hyperfeels honestly look better. Those ones are 45. Also, they ended up having another pair of Jordans here with the flight plate on the bottom. I can't remember which ones those are, to be honest, if they're the Superflies or which ones. You guys will have to tell me. It's just some more running shoes, interesting colors, and prices as well, $45. So kind of expensive for thrift, $45. And then these ones, Lunar Glide 4s, one of my favorites. Really, really comfortable shoe. But I think those were $30. And then these, the Solar Soft moccasins. Again, it's just the pricing thing where they don't really get it, and these ones are $45, which seems pretty darn high if you ask me. Interesting looking model as well. It has that kind of a weird plastic shell and then a mesh like liner. They say USA on these ones. I'm not sure what they are either. Looks like they have kind of a free type bottom. Those ones are only 20. Then they had these Adidas samples, and these ones actually look kind of crazy. Like I honestly almost bought these for the wife. Really nice looking materials on here, as you can see. But these ones were samples. Unfortunately, that's not a very good shot of the tag. There's the tag right there. Size 7. This is my wife's size. They look brand new, but the sole, I think, was worn. So my wife doesn't, she wouldn't be like super excited if I bought her used sneakers. But those ones aren't actually that bad. Look at these custom joints. They look like customs. I believe it says Massimo, I think, in the inside. And I believe that those were like a Target brand. I remember back in the day when Massimo was dope. And if you guys are older like myself, you guys might remember when Massimo was like big deal, like sold at Nordstrom and everywhere wore Massimo stuff. It was just like crazy. Random looking Nike Dunks as usual. They had in the back, and $30 on those. And then check these ones out. These Dunks look really crazy. They look like kind of like a Lance Mountain Dunk. So I don't know what they are though. It has some crazy X's on them in the back, as you can see. At least it looks like X's, and they were only $20 for those ones. Some more randomness. Some Air Max 1s with the black suede on them. I don't know, fuzzy looking picture here for you guys, unfortunately. And but interesting look. I mean, nice kind of really interesting black suede, and then they also had kind of a leather liner on the inside of them, as you can see there. And then just some random Nike basketball shoes. Check out these high top Chucks. Interesting how they fold over and snap. Those are only $15. And some interesting Me Adidas. I believe these ones are the ones that somebody designed. It has Adidas New York on the back. Decent looking quality. And then these, they had some Air Max 90s there. I believe the price tag was still pretty high though. I guess we'll see in a second. Decent looking material. Actually, no, those ones are cheap. $20. That would have been a steal. I should have bought those. There you have it. The moment of the video where I regret not picking something up. Those would have been it because those ones were my size. These Air Force Ones, I remember these ones were pretty crazy. They were pretty creased, but $20 on those. I know it's a premium Air Force One. Definitely a premium looking material. Some random Adidas high tops here. You can see the big, huge red 3 stripes. And then these look kind of crazy for some Dunks. Or no, these were Vandals. If you guys might not know what the Air Vandals are, I think the Vandals are set for a comeback. It's like the Air Force Ones with the straps, but the Vandals are pretty dope, and you can see leather lined on those ones. And then they had some of these. I remember when these originally came out, they had a whole bunch of different face pictures of the, I think, are these Amari Stoudemire's? I can't remember. They had a whole bunch of them anyway. There was an Air Force One pack, but they had this one colorway there for $30, as you can see. You notice one silver lace tip, one not. They had some suede Roshi runs, as you can see here. Decent looking suede on them. And price tag's $30 on those. And moving on, some randomness. They look like, what are they? The Blazers, but they have like obviously the Velcros all the way up. Those Velcro straps look pretty dingy, and you can see, I don't know what that is on the tongue. Randomness, those laces look like they were pissed on though, so I would stay away from these. Dude singing in the microphone. I don't know who this is, to be 100. And it's just a pair of Vans, so interesting look. Some more randomness. Some Air Flight 2013, as you can see, as it says on the tongue. Interesting that they actually put the 2013 on. These things were rad. I used to have these as well. I got rid of mine. But the leather sneaker boots, really nice sneaker boots. I just kept a handful of the sneaker boots that I had left. These snakeskin turfs, I think these are turfs, right? These things look pretty crazy. I remember seeing these at the factory store, but the material on them looked pretty nice, actually. Some randomness here again. I don't know if these are Brooks or what that logo is, but look at the sole. I thought that was kind of interesting, how they had that crazy looking pattern all over the place. And here's a fuzzy picture to show you guys they were $45. These looked really wild as well. Check out the soles. I was like, man, these are pretty crazy. If those were on a pair of Nikes, people would freak out and think those are rad. But they are Under Armours, as you can see right here. And they look really, really interesting, actually, these Under Armours. I don't know which ones they are. It says a Charge or something like that, but they're kind of crazy looking. Some Griffeys here, number 24. And then you can see they have the gloves, the kind of the Heat colorway. It was like hyped up for a little bit and then not. $30 on those. Pretty good shape considering the price tag. And just a handful more. Some random Nike basketball shoes. These look like some like retros, like some older ones. They were pretty heavy duty when I held them. It reminds me of another pair that I had back in the day, but I can't remember the name of them. Some random Free 5.0s. I think these are the two. I don't know what the heck they just said. Air Max 2013s maybe. Comes with free tape on the side, as you can see, and some indoor soccer shoes that look like these are indoor for $20 on those, and some more randomness. These look like blazers almost, but kind of has an interesting material, woolish looking material with the SW. You guys are gonna think I'm stupid, but I don't know what those are either. And some other things here is those the lunar trainers. Remember when those came with the Nike Plus, and they were crazy expensive. But anyway, then there was a bin also, 50% off of everything in the bin. So I took a look through this thing. Rummaging through was kind of fun. So 50% off of the $45. Obviously, like $23 or $22.50 or something like that. These things were $15, so this would have been $7.50 for these Chucks. Not a bad price at all. Some random Jordan. I think those are the 45s or whatever those are. $15 for those, but they're kind of used and abused. But look at all this randomness there through the middle of all of this craziness. Go Bees. They also had a beaver hat, but I'm one that would never buy a used hat. Random fake snakeskin with these crazy studs on them. Pretty funny looking shoes right there. And then the lunar flies. I think I remember these ones were called. $30. So these were like $15, where they're a wee bit dingy. And that's pretty much all we have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll catch you guys for some more randomness soon. There's a last fuzzy picture for you guys then. Peace, guys.